You're watching the News Hour with me, Elizabeth Puranam in Doha. A reminder of our top stories this hour. Nigeria's informal economy is struggling because there isn't enough cash. A redesign of the local currency as well as a recall of old banknotes is being blamed. Nearly half the population doesn't have a bank account. Let's get more on this now. We're joined by Wilson Erumebor, a senior economist at the Nigerian Economist Summit Group, and he's joining us live from London. Thank you very much for your time on Aljazeera. Do you think that the Supreme Court order saying that the old notes must remain in circulation till the end of the year, is it going to help the economy recover from the shock at all?
Absolutely. I think that's, the way to go. And if you understand from what you've shown earlier, I mean, Nigerians have been going through a lot in the last couple of months when this policy was introduced. And part of why the Supreme Court had to intervene was due to the fact that, these governors, took the federal government and the central bank to court. And the decision was that the old notes should remain. So what Nigerians are looking out for is how much of these notes can be pushed into circulation. If you listen to the central bank governor on Tuesday after the Monetary Policy Committee meeting, he assured that they're going to try to ensure that some of these bottlenecks that ease access to cash are addressed.
The government said that the move was to curb the use of fake notes, promote a cashless society. Do you think that this is the way to do it?
Absolutely not. I think the approach the central bank has taken, right, has led to so many negative consequences. Nigeria hasn't, according to the central bank, done this kind of policy in the last 20 years, right? And then you just come up in October to say this has to be done within 3 months. Right, for something you've not done in 20 years and you want to quickly implement that in 3 months. I think that the timeline was really something that they should have considered. Also, the fact that there are so many Nigerians that are not that are unbanked. Financial inclusion is still at, exclusion is at 36%, right? So that means there's so much pressure on the average Nigerians and even on the informal economy. So expectations are that, in the first quarter of this year, we should likely see a slowdown in GDP growth as a result of the cash crunch.
And why was this so poorly implemented, given that this is Africa's largest economy? There's so much at stake, not just for Nigeria, but for other countries too. I mean, you're mentioning that we are going to see a slowdown of Africa's largest economy because of how this has been implemented.
Well, first of all, I think one of the things that we sincerely need in Nigeria is to conduct policy appraisals, right? Before policies are made, right? We need to know what the goal of the policy is, be very clear on the goal. Because if you look at the data shows that, less than 2% of our GDP, you have currency in circulation that is less than 2% of our GDP, right? Even in advanced economies where you have very less informal activities compared to Nigeria, you have a case where cash as a percentage of GDP is at 15%, 20%. So it leaves us to wonder what were the real goal of the policy in the first place? Because as far as the economic indicators are concerned, there is no need for us to put a rush, particularly implementing this policy. We also need to understand that you have a lot of people who rely on cash. Nigeria we have a large informal economy, which some estimates are it's over 40% of the economy. Some would say it's over 60%. In such an economy, cash is really needed to do daily transactions. So putting so much pressure, undue pressure on businesses and households, I think it's something that we shouldn't have done in the first place. Especially this is coming on the back of an election period. And we also have a case where there was a false scarcity and also even exchange rates, scarcity as well, exchange rate depreciation and foreign exchange scarcity. So the timing and even the policy goals, I thought needed to be reviewed before making such type of action.
All right, that is Wilson Erumebor of the Nigerian Economist Summit Group joining us live from London. Thank you so much for your insights on this. Thank you.